Hello, everybody, and welcome back to DETV, the weekly show where we talk about all things dice. A big quotes around the weekly show because for the last 2 weeks, we have not been able to run the show. So I haven't seen you guys since Christmas. I'm very happy to see you in 2025. Quickly, an update from Los Angeles. So last week, the reason we didn't have DETV was because my power went out. And with the power goes the internet and my ability to stream. So, probably everyone in the chat has heard of fires in Los Angeles. I don't know how many of you are local to California, but it's been all over the news since Tuesday of last week. So, yeah, about a week ago. We had the Santa Ana winds roll through, and it's always a danger. Power lines can spark fires in the mountains and the wooded areas, and with all the winds, you have the wind blowing embers everywhere, and it can spread, and it's scary and can get really serious, and it did. Fortunately, our office is located far away from any of the fires. My house is close-ish to the Eaton fire. Dave's house is close-ish to the Kenneth and the Palisades fire. But Dave evacuated out of an abundance of caution, and he is completely okay, as well as his house. I did not evacuate, but the power went out for a couple days. And actually, I think, yeah, everyone in the company's power went out for a couple days. But we're all back online now, and everyone's safe. And the LA Fire Department has done an awesome job containing the fires, so we all feel very secure moving forward, which is great. Not everyone was so lucky, but we're doing okay. A lot of you have reached out over customer service, and it's super sweet of you to check in on us. And yeah, so we're all good, and we're gonna try and move forward. So that's why we didn't stream last week. I am happy to be back. The week before, I just forgot because it was New Year's Eve week, and it was like one of those weeks where, Tuesday feels like a Friday, and then Wednesday feels like a Monday, and it was kind of a mess. So we're back. So welcome back, and let's dive into it. So I do want to go over the newsletter from last week because it was the first newsletter back from 2025, back from our break. And so I'll pop that open. I think it's this one. Yes. So last week we had a big accessories sale. Hopefully you guys are all signed up for the newsletter, so you found out about it. If not, I apologize. But not much else to talk about, which is all of our accessories. Oh, we also did a $1 Press the Digital sale. This is a good time as any to mention that we do Press the Digitals. So I do want to put together plans to do more of these in 2025 because it's been a minute since we've put digital assets up on the site, new digital assets. So I am working on some plans for that. I'm excited to bring new stuff to you guys. But if you haven't already, you can check out the digital assets we do have for you or your DM on our site. Now they're marked back up to, they're not on sale anymore. They're only $5 a pack though. And in each bundle, you usually get 3 things. And it could be like a magic item, it could be an encounter, an adventure. So lots of good stuff. And then I wrote about some cool things that happened in 2024. So looking back at 2024, we on Shopify hit 100,000 total orders. So it was just like a benchmark for us. It was very fun, very cool. And we reached out to the nice woman, Mariah Driggs, who placed that 100,000th order and did a little interview with her. I'll be posting the full interview on an upcoming newsletter. And it was just fun. I mean, it's just like a silly thing, but it was a lot of fun. We sent her a little care package with some extra goodies and got to talk to her. So pretty cool. She's a big part of our history now. We went to 9 conventions last year. That's a record for us. It was a lot of conventions, mostly in California, but we also went out to Salt Lake City. And you can see a couple pictures here, some moments at the tables. It's kind of hard to tell that these are like all 9 different conventions, but I promise that they are. But yeah, we've got a similar schedule lined up for this year. I think there's only one of the 9 that we're not going to this year, but Joni in the bottom right corner there, she's our like master of conventions. She's putting together plans for new places for us to go. If you have a local convention that you go to that you think we would be a good fit at, especially if it's within driving distance of Los Angeles, because we have to cart around a lot of dice, please reach out, hello@diceenvy.com, and I will forward your message to Joni, and she'll look into it. And if it's a good fit for us, we will absolutely add it to our list. Moving on. What else did we do last year? 6 new metal molds. Yay! We've gone over a couple of these on the streams. I've showed off a few of these. Oh, and one of them I'll show off today. But yeah, lots of new metal molds, which is a lot of fun for us to design. Dylan puts together the 3D mold or 3D render itself, but I have a hand in some of these initial art concepts, so it was cool to see these all come together. Lots of fun stuff. We've got our observer dice, our little, beholder, hashtag not beholder, we promise wizards dice, which were a lot of fun to do, all the eyeballs. And bottom left, the honey dice, which came out really cool, honeycomb dice, those are a favorite. So yeah, lots of new metal molds, and we will continue to do that. Aw, and then one dead label maker. So this happened in 2024, but I want to say the day before we went on break. So it was kind of nice that it lasted that long. It's the label maker that we use in the office. It was named, let's see if it's on there. Dynamo, that's right. It was named Dynamo because the make is Dymo, and someone thought that was clever. But anyway, it's a nice label maker, and I was really sad to see it go, and I get really attached to objects, I guess. So anyway, we got a new label maker. It's twice the size, and we named it Gary. Yeah, we named it Gary. And yeah, he's doing a good job. He's got big shoes to fill, but he's doing a good job. So we're excited to take him into 2025 with us. Yesterday's newsletter, let's take a look, because yesterday we launched a brand new product. Valentines. They're silly. Look at them. All right, I'm going to actually go through these with you. I have a box here that I brought so we can unbox and take a look. Valentines, we have to launch these, in the middle of January because the actual event is the middle of February, so that gives you plenty of time to get yours. Each box comes with this cute box, first of all. It's good size. It could hold things. And it's pink and it's cute. On the back it says, no charisma check necessary. And if you open it up, on the inside, we've got a set of cards. There are 9 of these, 9 Valentines. We'll set these here. We'll go over this in a second. And then also in the box, you'll find 9 glue dots. Can you see those? Yeah, glue dots. They're not official glue dots. They're knockoff glue dots. I think glue dots is a brand name, but I don't know. They're adhesive circles. Yes. And last but not least, 9 beautiful Infinity D4s with our pixel heart design in white ink. The color correction on my laptop here doesn't show you quite how bright these are. They're a little bit more saturated than this. They're watermelon flavored, or sorry, not flavored, colored. Don't eat these. That's very important. They're not candy. Don't eat these. But there's 9 of them, so you can choose 9 of your favorite or least favorite or, middling favorite, whatever, people to send them to. So we have the 9 dice, and then, a little instruction card that tells you how, or suggests where to affix your 9 infinity dice on each card. Just a little diagram. And then a little thing. Roses are red, dice are a treat. Send a D4 to a friend who you think is sweet. These are also great for the table if you are a DM and you want to surprise your players, or if you're a player and you want to surprise your DM, because DMs need all the love. So let's go over these designs. I actually drew all of these a year ago. We had the idea right before Valentine's Day last year, but it was way too short notice for us to actually execute, get the dice made, get the cards made, etc. So we got everything together around the end of February last year, and they've been just sitting, waiting to get released. So they're finally here. We're very excited. I'm just going to go through all of these cards because I really think that, you know, if you're going to buy cards, you want to make sure you've got at least one in here that you feel strongly about. So I'm just going to go over them. Jay Maloney says, I love the disclaimer that was along the lines of, please, for the love of God, do not eat these. Yes. We will always have that disclaimer when we're selling things that are like candy looking, because we don't make food products and we plan to never make food products. So don't ever eat our things, please. We don't want that. We don't want whatever consequences would stem from that. All right, so first, I've never felt this way D4. Oh my goodness, that's silly. But we've got our little Infinity D4s here. Each one of these has this on the back, a little Brockton logo and some hearts. Yeah, super cute. There's 9 of these, just run through them. Let's spend a minute or two alone. This one actually got like groans from the office when I pitched this line. So I knew it had to be done. And it's got a little Minotaur guy who looks pretty damn charming, I'm gonna say. Let's see. I can't get you out of my mind with a little illithid guy. Pretty cute, pretty cute. Look how love-struck he is. Look at those heart eyes. No armor can protect me from your charm. Aw, so cute. This one's for the toughies. You're the crit. That's a play on a curse word. That's funny. You're a sight to behold. Narrowly avoiding licensing issues. Love it. I want to be your hug bear. Look at that guy. He wants to be your hug bear. I only have eye for you. Look, so cute. I don't know why this one kind of ended up looking like a Cyclops baby. It still works, but for some reason now I can't unsee that it's like a baby Cyclops. But it's pretty cute. And I think he's saying it about his club, which is pretty cute too. And you drive me fey wild for the bards and the, you know, kinkier sect out there. So yeah, 9 cards. They're very cute, very colorful. And what's best about this product, I think, is that for the same the cards, you're basically getting them for free, because the price that we set this at is the same price that you would be paying if you bought 9 individual, but I think it's actually $1 less maybe than if you bought 9 individual Infinity D4s and then like just handed them out. So if you're gonna do that, like if you're gonna get pixel hearts for your friends for Valentine's Day, just get the box, because then you get cards basically included for free in a box. And like window boxes are great. This is just a handy box, period. All right, I might have like an unhealthy love for packaging, but it's a handy box and I'm happy with it. And I actually had to like design the cutout for it and everything, and it works. So like I'm just over the moon about this. Yeah, so that's our Valentine's Day cards. I promise this box does close back. Yeah, see? Nice. That's our Valentine's Day box. Very happy with it, and I hope you like it too. They'll be on sale until Valentine's Day, clearly. Let's see, what's next? Oh, going back to the newsletter. Dun, 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 dun. We also did another feature of Nice Job DM. So for those of you who don't know, this is a segment where we interview DMs who have other day jobs. There's, you know, the DMs out there who like that's all they do, and that's great, and we're very happy for them, but we're also a little jealous. So we want to hear from the DMs who do other things. And this was Miko, the okayest GM online. And we had a great interview. He told us all about his DMing experience. But when I originally reached out to him, I asked him, what is your day job? And he's like, well, I don't know if it qualifies because I'm a stay-at-home dad. And I was like, of course that qualifies. I can't even like, as someone, especially as someone who doesn't have kids in their future, and like, you get all the props in the world for taking care of children, like on a daily basis for more than like an hour at a time. That's insane. I can't even imagine. So of course, being a dad, huge responsibility, definitely qualifies as a job. And so we had a fun interview where we asked him a lot of questions about being a dad and then also about GMing. So I guess, yeah, the one thing I want to share from his interview specifically is that I always ask the question if there's any advice or house rules that you have for other DMs. And, sorry, that's not the one. It was the stories. Rewind. Do you have a favorite memory from the table you can share? That's also something I always ask. And his response is that it's more of like something that he does at the table, but his journal, he makes his players keep a campaign journal, which a lot of us do and is a great idea in general. But he cycles it around, so not one person is responsible for the journal. Every session, it's someone new is responsible for the journal, and they write it from the point of view. His party writes it from the point of view of their character. So I thought that was really cool and a good way to like spread the responsibility, and then also a good way to get different points of view on your session journal or your campaign journal. He says he loves going back and reading through it, and I'm sure it's a lot of fun too to like, your characters from your character point of view always has a cool insight. Like, if you just like could not stop rolling crit fails that session and it just like drove you nuts, and it's like not really a big problem for everyone else, but if it's your turn to write the journal, you might pay extra attention to that. So anyway, really cool responses from our DM dad. And if you have any ideas for DMs who have other day jobs that would be cool to talk about or learn about, even if it's just your buddy and you think like, oh hey, my buddy's cool, let's talk to my buddy or whatever, send them my way. Go ahead and just shoot me an email, rach@diceenvy.com or hello@diceenvy.com. Give me their contact info or have them reach out to me either way. And I'd love to have them on the newsletter. All right, let's see. Moving on. Subbox dice. Okay, we're going to just do a run through of December's Subbox dice, last Subbox dice of 2024, and let's show them off. So for the 10-piece monthly, the set was Heir Apparent. The color correction on this little webcam is terrible, so I'm definitely going to hold these up to the camera here because I want you to see how blue. Look at how many blues. So it's cool. We've got like a light swirl blue, like clouds in the sky, and the swirl is got like a pearlescent effect to it. So it's very like, there's just a lot of movement in it. Very blue and white with the sort of like paler gold ink that we use sometimes. So this is a really cool set. Let me show off some other pieces. Here's the D6. So yeah, you can see that swirl is just really strong and shiny. It's really pretty. Let's read the copy that Maria wrote. Heir Apparent. When it comes to matters of success or succession, breathe deeply, think of the future, and turn your sights on the heir. Heir Apparent. A little play on words. Give you one more look here. Some nice swirls. Really cool dice set. 10-piece set. We'll be seeing these pop onto the site in May-ish. But for now, just wanted to give you a sneak peek. Maybe some of you got them in your mailboxes, and those of you who didn't can always sign up. And for our metal monthly sets, Warp Speed Delta. These are super cool, custom designed by our very own Dylan Vaughn. And these started out, you might recognize these, this design as familiar because it is our Alpha and Omega set come to metal. So Dylan had to adjust the design so that it would work for metal, and because it's now an 8-piece metal set, he had to include an Infinity D4 and design the look for that. These are super cool. They've got like a retro vibe. This one's cool too because it's got like a sunburst on the 4. But yeah, and it's kind of hard. The color is not exactly right. And honestly, these are so hard to photograph because I took some photos or videos for socials, and like it's just not, you don't get the true impact of the color, but against this silver ink, this teal color just like pops so hard. You can kind of see it in the camera, but it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful set based on our Alpha and Omega design. So Dylan reworked it to fit onto metal dice, and yeah, the effect is so cool. It's like very retro, very sci-fi. It's like, you know, old, like what people thought the future was going to be in like the 70s or whatever. Yeah, super cool. And these are called Warp Speed Delta, and I'll read the copy for those in just a second. But yeah, the high faces have a little bit of a different look, and then the rest of the faces have this like sunburst, speedy, yeah, what's it called, like hyper speed lines or whatever. Just one more, sorry. I just really like it, so I want to show you every die. But yeah, it's really cool. And it's so shiny in the silver, and then the teal is more of a matte effect. So just the combo is really awesome. Very happy with these. And the card for this reads, Warp Speed Delta. When the artificers provided long-distance flight to those born without wings, it was almost a miracle. What, then, would we consider this? The stars flying past as though we're sailing in a river of light as we streak through the sky faster than a thought. Faster than a thought. Welcome to Warp Speed Delta. Super cool set. Very, very happy. Mr. Ghost says, reminds me of the Fantastic Four art coming out for the new film. Oh, I have not seen it. I will have to check that out. Thank you, Mr. Ghost. Yeah. All right. Well, that's December soapbox dice. Oh, Warp Speed Delta you'll also be able to see around Mayish. Mayish? Yeah, it seems like a long time, actually, but I think it's a long time because we have a lot of really cool new products coming out this year. So the regular soapbox release schedule got kind of rearranged and pushed a little bit. Speaking of new products coming out, those of you who are tuned in today should definitely tune in next week, because much like today we had the brand new product of Valentine's Day cards, next week we have an even cooler new product coming out. I could give you a clue about what it is. Let's just say that you know how people are like, don't hold on to your riches because you can't take it with you. Well, this you can take with you. That's all I have to say about that. And it's going to be stupid when you realize what it is. Doesn't matter. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, feel free to reach out to me. hello@diceenvy.com or rach@diceenvy.com. I will be happy to answer your questions or just chat, whatever. It's like, all I do anymore is just hop on and check the email. So please feel free to reach out. Yeah, remember, nice job DM. If you know any DMs who have cool jobs or just regular jobs, whatever. A variety of jobs are always, welcome and necessary. So feel free to send them my way. Get your Valentines if you're into that and you want something cute to give out in February. And yeah, I hope everybody stays safe, stays healthy. Things are looking safe and healthy for us here. Again, thank you for checking in, reaching out. And I think that's it. I will see you next week on Tuesday, 3 p.m. Same dice time, same dice channel. And yeah, until then, happy rolling and thanks for stopping by. Bye, everybody.